she suggested that I come here and that I just talk about general nutrition and food safety and things like that that are really important to pretty much anybody. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Again, my name is Alyssa, and I'm doing my internship through a distance education program called Sodexo. So today we're going to talk about just general nutrition information for seniors. We're also going to talk about some grocery shopping tips, food safety and why that's important to us, and then there's a little quiz at the end that's just 4 questions to test your knowledge. So what do you think are some of the most important nutrition topics for seniors? Any ideas?
What you eat.
How to eat. Well, we talked about diabetes with you, which is huge. Anything else? What to eat, when to eat? Any nutrients that you think are important? Those are very important. So when we're talking about nutrition, it's really important with all age groups across the lifespan. But different age groups, more things are important than others. Children have different nutrient requirements than adults, than do senior citizens, and so on. But nutrition is important because not only does it help us to feel better and increase our energy levels, but it also helps to fight diseases such as diabetes, colorectal cancer, bone loss, osteoporosis, which is huge in women when we look at calcium and things like that. Also anemia, heart disease. Anemia is, low iron in the blood, which can also cause fatigue and certain problems like that. So when you're thinking about nutrition, you want to choose nutrient-dense foods. Have you heard that term before? Nutrient-dense? Nutrient-dense foods are foods that are high in nutrients and low in calories. And the reason that those are good for us is because it gives us everything that we need without the added calories and fat that can cause problems in our diet. So you want to eat a variety of fruits and vegetables like you guys mentioned. And the reason that those are important is because they provide fiber to the body, they provide fluid, and they're also nutrient dense. So they're high in nutrients and very, very low in calories. So oftentimes we call those free foods. People that are trying to lose weight or to, trying to manage, weight and how they're feeling, these foods are foods that you can eat pretty much any time. They're going to give you nutrients and not give you all the added things that you don't need. And the recommendation is 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. And that's a combination of the two. The next thing that you want to look at is protein. And you want 0.8 grams per kilogram per day. Does anybody know how to figure out your kilograms? 0.8 grams per kilogram per day. And to figure out how many kilograms you are, you take your body weight in pounds and you divide it by 2.2. That gives you your kilograms. And then you multiply that by 0.8, and that tells you how much protein you need per day. And the reason protein is important is because it helps to maintain muscle, bone, and skin. It also helps to build those things in your body. So, if you're exercising, protein is important because it helps rebuild those muscles in your body and keep you in shape, things like that. Fiber is a huge one, especially for the senior population. The recommendation for ages 51 and older, in men it's going to be 30 grams per day, and in women it's 21 grams per day. And the reason that fiber is important is it aids in constipation, it lowers cholesterol, and it decreases the risk of colorectal cancer. And the reason that risk is decreased is, again, because it helps with constipation, it helps keeping the bowels move. Another reason that fiber is important that I like to tell people about is that it makes you feel full. When you have fiber in your diet, the food that you eat and that full feeling that you have is going to last longer, so you're not feeling hungry so much throughout the day. So it's helpful in that way too. And then fluids are always important in any age group, no matter what. We recommend 8 glasses of water per day. Fluid's important for a lot of reasons. Again, it helps with constipation, and just overall hydration is extremely important, especially since we live in the desert. Dehydration happens all the time, especially in the summertime. People just forget to drink water, and the next thing they know, they're dehydrated. So it's really important. So you might wonder how many calories you should consume per day. It's different for everybody depending on the level of physical activity that you are partaking in. So for women age 50 and over, it's recommended 1,600 calories per day if you have low physical activity, 1,800 calories per day if you have moderate physical activity, and then 2,000 to 2,200 calories per day if you're considered to be active in your daily routine. For men age 50 and over, it's 2,000 calories per day for low activity, 2,200 to 2,400 for moderate activity, and 2,400 to 2,800 for if you're considered active throughout your day. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about meal planning and some strategies for that when you're thinking about your meals every day. When you plan your meals, you want to include plenty of fruits and vegetables, as we talked about, because those are nutrient dense. They provide the fiber that you need. Fruits and vegetables also provide fluid in your diet because a lot of them have a lot of water content in them. Also plenty of grains, especially whole grains, and the grains are providing you the fiber as well. Also low-fat, fat-free milk and milk products. These products, especially the low-fat variety, not only do they provide you protein, but they provide you with calcium, which is important for, as we talked about with bone loss, osteoporosis, things like that. Having calcium in your diet helps to prevent that. Also lean meats, poultry, fish, bean, eggs, nuts, legumes, anything like that are going to give you protein in your diet, which we talked about is important. And the lean varieties give you those nutrients, the protein that we talked about